Hello, fellow fragrance lovers, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I have a new release for you, at least new in the United States, because it has been in some other countries for a couple months, which I was very salty about, but it's finally here, it's finally landed, and I'm gonna give you my thoughts on it, and that is Paco Rabanne Fame for Women. So if you'd like to know my thoughts on this new release, just stick around. I will tell you all about it. But first, if you're new here, welcome. I am Limelight Lass, and I am predominantly about fragrances. Sometimes I veer off into other territory, but for the most part, I love fragrance, and I love fragrances that get you noticed and that put you in the limelight. So if that's what you're into, I would love to have you subscribe and hang out with me here on my channel. And to those of you who are already subscribed, thank you so much for all of your support. I really appreciate it. I'm just growing a little each day, and it's just so fun to communicate with you guys from all around the world, and I'm just having a great time with it still. But anyway, let's get into the video, and let me give you the backstory of Fame. So of course, I had smelled the Phantom, the men's version, I guess, of this cologne perfume, and that came out, I guess, what, a year or two ago. Very, like, kind of crowd-pleasing, generic. I mean, it's a nice men's fragrance. I'm not gonna bore you with the details, but check it out. You can smell it at Ulta. I tried to talk my 14-year-old son into, like, wanting it so that I could have the bottle, but he was like, meh. So I don't have it yet, but now I have a small one, so I'll tell you about that in a second. So I saw that it was on, that Fame was on the Ulta website after I had waited and waited for it to come to the United States because I love the bottle. But I didn't really want to blind buy a full bottle of it because it's not exactly cheap. So I thought, you know, I'll just wait until it comes in store, but I wasn't seeing it in store. Finally, though, I was on Ulta's website, I guess last weekend, and I saw that they had this adorable little set. Well, here's the outer container. So it is this little mini set. How freaking cute is this? Of minis of Phantom and Fame. I think the Phantom is 0.17 ounces and the Fame is 0.14, so it's not a lot. But I thought, okay, well, that's enough to try it. But then I got impatient and I went to the store like the same day. I went to Ulta and it was there to smell. So after I had ordered this, sprayed it on myself, walked around. So I did a wear test that day, that particular day. And then I am wearing it again. So I just wanted to give you kind of my thoughts on it. But either way, I mean, you can't deny, like, this little, like, she has the little glasses. Like, is that the cutest thing you have ever seen? It's so cute. So anyway, yeah, I was really happy just to get this. And it was $35, by the way, for the two of them. So, I mean, for that small amount, maybe that's not the best price, but I don't really even care because they're so cute. They're so cute. That's a stupid reason to like fragrance. But okay, so what is Fame all about? What are the notes? So the top notes are mango and bergamot. Mid notes are jasmine and olibanum, and base notes are vanilla and sandalwood. So I had read some reviews of this and wanted to know what the deal was with the mango because I'm not typically a like fruity fragrance type of person unless I'm going ham, like I'm going all out and I'm doing like an Escada for the summertime. Then, you know, but that's a very specific scenario, right? But for the most part, I'm not really into fruits. I like mangoes, but you know, I didn't know how I'd feel about wearing a mango fragrance for, you know, the entire day. So let me tell you my thoughts. So you do get mango in the opening, and I totally get the bergamot as well. So it's a nice, fresh, fruity little burst in the opening. But that dissipates, I don't know, maybe like 10, 15 minutes. You still smell the mango, but it gets a lot more toned down. What comes through for me a lot is the jasmine and, yeah, the jasmine and the vanilla quite a bit. I do get a little bit of the sandalwood too. There is something woodsy about it in the deep dry down, but for the most part, like you definitely get that jasmine. So I would say if you are not a big fan of jasmine, you might not like this. And of course, some of you, especially if you're in the frag head community, you might be saying like, oh my gosh, not another like jasmine vanilla scent profile. This is so overdone. And yes, it is really overdone right now. Let's be honest, it's overdone. I saw some reviews that said that this smelled very like perfumey, like generic, like you're walking into the perfume section of a department store. And I don't disagree. It does. But the good news is, I mean, it smells good. To me, it smells really good. The mango gives it just enough of a twist to make it a little bit different, like something a little bit notable about it. When I don't know, I haven't been wearing it long today, but when I wore it the other day, when I tested it in store, it did stick around for probably a good 4 to 6 hours. So maybe not the best longevity, but it wasn't terrible either. But I did get a lot of whiffs of that kind of jasmine heavy, you know, jasmine vanilla sweet. Although this isn't, I wouldn't really say it's gourmand. I mean, it definitely has sweetness to it from the vanilla, but it's not like overly sweet. But yeah, I know it's such a lame description to say a perfume smells perfumey, but it smells perfumey. So I like it, and here's where I stand. So I am definitely going to use this little bottle and maybe test it out a little more because I've only worn it twice, you know. But I would say if the full bottle goes on sale, you know, when Macy's sometimes has the 15% off or Ulta has the 15 or 20% coupons that actually work on fragrances, I think I will get a bottle of it just because I love the bottle. And if you get, I think the 1 ounce, whatever the smallest one is, I think it's 1 ounce. It's like this. It doesn't have like the metal on it. But if you get the 1.7 or the 3.4 or whatever it is, then it's like all metallic. It's all metal. And I would like one of those. And, you know, they're not the most expensive, but, you know, if it's a time where there's a coupon or you get a free gift, I might spring for it because I really want that bottle. I know that's so dumb, but a lot of people think it's so tacky and horrible. I'm tacky. I'm sorry. I really like, look at my outfit, you know, like I like weird things. So I am giving this the Limelight Last 2 thumbs up. I think the packaging is really cool and it's a pleasant fragrance. Like, is it going to be so like different and make you stand out and everything? Like, I don't think so, but it smells good. Now, I will say I probably will wear this spring and summer. It's not that you can't wear it now, but it does give me almost like kind of reminds me of the Escada fragrances that they did in like early to mid 2000s. And that was like my Escada fragrance heyday, like Rock in Rio. And that was so good. Is that what it was called? Rock in Rio? I loved those. I loved those. They were the best. So I wish they would bring them back. They do. I did test the new one, the citrusy one that they have right now, and it's very nice. But I don't know. The few that were in like the early 2000 to mid 2000 range, to me, were the best ones. They've never topped them. But they were kind of like this. Like, they did have a little something woodsy in the deep dry down, but you know, they were fruity at the top. But this definitely has more of a floral component with that jasmine is just screaming through this thing. So those are my thoughts on this new release. And yes, if you do decide to pick up this set, just a reminder, you do get, you know, the Phantom here for the gentleman or whoever, you know. I don't like to gender fragrances, but it's a nice, I think it has lavender in it, and I don't know, it's a very like inoffensive, kind of young, not super sophisticated men's fragrance. So maybe I'll have my son try it again and see, you know, what he thinks. But let me know in the comments, have you tried Fame by Paco Rabanne? Or maybe you're in another country where you've had it for a few months, but let me know what you think about it and if you plan on picking it up or if you have it and like it. let me know. I would love to hear from you. And once again, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.